Hello, CrankItUp. I'm here talking to Trivium, and
I'm Corey. I play guitar for Trivium.
you sing.
Yeah, live. I don't do it on the record, but I do all the backup screaming and all that crazy stuff.
You're here for just press,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah, doing been traveling around doing promo for the new record. Started off a few days ago, was in Tokyo for a couple days, then flew to New York for a day and got to go home for the weekend and then flew out yesterday evening to here, which time change and everything. I got in at 7:30 this morning and been up and at 'em doing more press and then more press tomorrow in the morning and then flying off to Germany to do the same thing. So it's just jumping all over the place, just kind of getting all the work in to make
It's
sure
not that
everyone
much
knows.
fun. It's just more
Yeah,
just work.
it's not. It's actually kind of fun. It's a little bit different than touring because you don't have to play shows, but it's good. Just making sure everyone's aware the new record's coming out soon, so it's fun. Press trips are usually more fun than later on because you know uh, new records, so that it's like new questions and new things to talk about instead of like a year from now when I'm answering the same questions over and over again. That's when it gets kind of a little like, oh man, I've already answered this question a million times, but now it's fun because people have something new to talk about and a new perspective, and some get the answers.
I was thinking about asking you the same questions that almost everyone else has.
Where are you from? When do you start?
Yeah, no, more like, how about the drummer?
Oh, that's a common question so far, but yeah, it's just something that needed to happen. Just kind of things weren't working out for a while, and Travis was we were on a tour in the States, and then halfway through the tour, we had another tour like lined up right after it, and he said he wasn't going to be able to do the tour, had some things to take care of and whatever. We didn't really know exactly what, but he said he wasn't going to do the tour, and we're not the kind of band that cancels, so it's not really our thing. So we're like, we're doing the tour, so we're like, well, we got to find somebody, and luckily Nick, who actually was Travis's drum tech for a short time, filling in, and he grew up with Paulo, and they played in bands when they were younger and stuff. So he was, we knew him for the brief time he kind of came out on tour, had a good vibe, got along with everybody, and Paulo was, man, he can play, and I want him to do this tour. And then we kind of, Paulo was just, you know, trust me on this. And Matt and I had never seen him play, so we're like, yeah, let's roll with it and see what happens. And then we went in and rehearsed with him, and he learned all the songs and played them awesome. And once we started playing with him live and stuff, and kind of saw how playing with him really made the shows really well, and just sounded awesome. That it just knew that it was. Good time
It was
to
a
make
match made in heaven.
Yeah, it was a good time to make a switch, and it kind of having him come in and play with us and making that switch, it made it really easy and kind of painless to make the transition to a new member in the band, and it's been working out really well ever since he's been playing with us. So we're really happy that
Nice.
it just kind of all fell into place. That he was there when kind of when we were looking to make a switch. That he was.
Did the title drummer of the best drummer of the universe go to his head?
I don't know. It's just a lot of things that just kind of happened over time that it just kind of made it kind of necessary moving forward that we kind of part ways, and I think it was in the long run it'll be beneficial for both parties that we kind of go our separate directions, and we're having a lot of fun, and new record and everything. We're just really excited with kind of.
How have people received the new single?
It's been going really well. The reaction to the song's been probably out of the last few records for the first song getting put out. It's been the most well received and positive. That so we're really happy with that. But it's kind of hard for us putting out one song because there's so much diversity throughout the record that it's kind of one song doesn't really sum up kind of like what the whole record's all about. But we put the title track out first because it kind of is a totally different kind of song for us that we kind of wanted to kind of catch people off guard.
Let it sink in first, or?
Yeah, it's kind of like just kind of catch people off guard and hit them with something a little different than just putting out something that was kind of more in the traditional Trivium style is kind of show like a different kind of something new that the record kind of has. It's been like 3 years since we put out a record, and we've been working on the record for so long, and a lot of fans were just, you know, really getting on our ass about wanting to hear something, and they're like, when are we going to hear something? And we kept getting tons of emails about it, and just people commenting on like Facebook and just all our kind of
People were nagging, and you were okay.
and then we just had this whole, you know, like promotional plan with, you know, putting things out through time leading up to the record that, you know, just kind of wanted that song out there to kind of really, like, you know, get out to a lot of people over the course of the couple months leading up to the record, and let people kind of like digest it and kind of
Want more.
yeah. And now people are, you know, hitting us up about wanting to hear another song. So hopefully, I think like in the next couple weeks there'll probably be another song out to show people something else from the record. But yeah, we're really stoked. Everyone seems to be really receiving the song really well, and yeah, so we're really wanting the record to come out so everyone can hear the whole thing, because there's a lot going on to listen to, and you know, that one song really doesn't, kind of the most out of the box song on the record compared to everything else. So if they're into that, they'll really like the other stuff because it's not quite as different.
Had you set the date for when you're coming back to play?
It's in November. It's near. I think it's like near the beginning of the tour starts. I think in Norway, so it's at the very beginning. Can't really say who we're playing with yet because it's not. I guess with other show obligations, the other bands can't announce them quite yet. But there's some other dates for the tour that's with the lineup in other parts of Europe that have been announced. So if people are internet savvy and want to do some research, they can go find the other dates and they'll kind of know who we're playing with. But I can't actually, you know, say it. But it's going to be a really cool show. We haven't played here in a few years, so we're really excited to come back, and got a really cool tour that we're on. That it's going to be a lot of fun to be on it. So
Yeah, you have a lot of Swedish fans. All of my friends were really envious of me doing this. Do you like Sweden?
yeah, we've all the shows we played here have been a lot of fun, and great crowds, and it's you know, one of the capitals of metal throughout the world, with all the quality Swedish bands that have influenced you know, countless number of bands, including ours. So you know, it's always fun playing here, and you know, everyone just loves metal over here. So you know, we always feel very welcome when we play here, and looking forward to coming back since it's been a while.